Hello and welcome to my podcast. I'm here, Total Glow, your podcast for your body, mind, and soul to support, guide, and empower you to uncover your most glowing, healthiest, and feel good version of you. I am super excited that you're here because if you ask me, there's nothing that looks and feels better. In today's episode, I'm speaking to the awesome John Graham. John is the CEO of LumaFlex. And he is a competitive athlete, a certified master trainer, speaker, and fitness professional with 15 years of experience in the fitness industry. John's personal journey through training and competitions, and he is very competitive, exposed him to injuries. And this fueled his quest for optimized injury prevention and recovery methods. And during his pursuit, his wife suggested he might try red light therapy. He wasn't very convinced, but well, to please his wife, he did it anyway and discovered remarkable benefits of red light therapy. And yeah, this then led to the creation of LumaFlex, which is truly a game-changing, flexible, portable, and waterproof panel that provides convenient and efficient red light therapy treatment for truly everyone, not just for the high society, super rich, who can afford this. In this interview, John talks about his own journey and he shares why red light therapy is so effective. He talks about all the benefits, obviously, from anti-aging to injury recovery. And if you truly want to bring your health and well-being to the next level, then this interview is a must listen for you. So please enjoy. Here is the amazing John Graham. Hello and welcome, John. I am so excited that you are here and that you will share your amazing mission with us. First, how are you?
Very good. Yeah, I'm on the grind, working those full days, and it's well worth it. It's obviously a struggle to launch a brand, especially in the US market, but I appreciate every day of it. It's good. I learn a lot as well, right? Red light therapy is something that I think it's important to get the word out and make sure people are aware of this natural, non-invasive treatment, right, to cure a range of different human conditions. So with that, like it makes everything worth it, makes the grind well worth it, not just for me, but for the whole team, right?
You're amazing. And this is why I love your work so much and why I can't wait to dive deeper into this conversation with you. So can we go back in time a little bit? And can you tell us, how did you come across red light therapy? When did you fall in love with it? Just share a little bit of your own journey, please.
Yeah, that's it's a long story, very, very long story, but I'll condense it. So I guess, I've always been a very competitive athlete. Since I figured out that I was capable of running, of lifting up weights, and I got really confident and empowered by training, I got very competitive as well. And I think, where it all started was with rugby. I was obviously in the gym working out, but rugby was sort of something I fell in love with and I got very competitive with, but I blew out both my shoulders. I remember rushing for a guy in a tackle and coming out and just like having this dizzy feeling on the field and everyone saying, stop, something's wrong. And I remember just like laying there like dizzy. The pain was like, because of the shoulder, the pain was like so immense. I remember just being like absolutely flattened. I rushed to hospital. I had to have like a cast on for a number of months, but that kind of ended my rugby career. But actually after that injury, I did go out and play, and then it happened again to the other shoulder, which was which was very silly. But I went from there, I went into CrossFit. CrossFit at that time was growing in interest and was something that was quite trendy. So I got into that, and it was about, you know, these workouts where you're doing like barbell squats, 100 reps, you know, for time, you know, something like this. These really intense workouts that don't quite make sense, but it's just pure, like, you know, see how fit you are kind of workouts. And that resulted in a left knee injury, which actually, out of all the injuries I've had, that was the worst one that really that affected me. And but after rugby, I got into amateur boxing, and because of a lot of hits to the head, as one does with boxing, I developed a tumor in my head, and the doctor said it was because of impacts to the front hitting the nose and creating trauma in my head. So I stopped boxing, and then I went into bodybuilding. And bodybuilding was quite fun. I kind of lost interest in it because it's different to, you know, when you're on the field or when you're boxing, you can see your opponent. It's like there's a rivalry, there's a story. Whereas with bodybuilding, it's all based on the judges and what they think looks good. And that wasn't appealing, but I did 4 competitions in 7 weeks, which I thought was like a fun little challenge that isn't off. It's not advised. It certainly isn't done in bodybuilding. Usually you do like 2 competitions in a year. You do like maybe 1 or 2 in the beginning, then you take a break off, you build, and then you do it again at the end of the year. But I was like, no, I want to do back to back. I want to see how far I can push my body, but yeah. But the knee injury, really going back to the knee injury, this is what really affected me. It was sort of mentally and physically, it was something that really, really hurt me because you're not able to walk. It was in a seated position. And I remember having so much pain just being in a seated position, just sitting down for 10, 15 minutes, the knee would start to sort of would swell up. It would get very, very painful. And I would have to stretch the knee, and I would get like heat oils or deep heat rub, you know, these creams to try to massage the knee to get blood circulation there to stop the pain. And it was something that, yeah, just really, really broke me because I couldn't really do much, right? You can't really walk around, you couldn't train. And my wife, who's Chinese, she introduced me to red light therapy. It was a very large, ugly, gross, cumbersome looking lamp with a very big red bulb. It was really old school tech that was used for treatment. And I remember at the bottom of the lamp, there was a very large weight plate to keep the lamp upright. It was what wasn't a well-constructed design, but I remember sort of moving it around, and it was really heavy. But she said, do 20 minutes every night before bed. And, you know, I thought, okay, this is some feng shui medicine thing. I'll just do it to keep her happy. And I would put my knee where the lamp is, and the lamp, this bulb would get really hot. It would get extremely hot. And I thought that the treatment was the heat, right? Because Chinese are all about sort of heat therapies, right? In the West, it's more about cold therapy, it's about icing, right? So I was like, oh, it's the heat. So I would play this game where I would put the knee toward on the bulb, and it would get really hot, and then I would move it away, and then I'd push it up again, and I thought the closer I was to the bulb, the more treatment I was getting, but it actually wasn't. I realized that, you know, after, you know, a week of doing this every day, I didn't have any pain, and then in 2 weeks I stopped using this lamp, and then I realized it wasn't about the heat; it was about the light. It was about the wavelengths of light, and that sparked my interest to get deeper into red light therapy. And wow, what a world, right, of red light therapy. It's been around since the beginning. It's as old as the sun. NASA scientists were using it to try to grow plants in space, and then they realized it was healing their skin because of these abrasions on their skin. So sort of research got into it, and now, I mean, it's an immense field that it's very prominent and everywhere. It's beauty, it's very big because it naturally produces collagen. So I'm sure you've seen these like beauty masks, these light therapy masks that they're on TikTok. You know, there's these funny TikTok videos where the girl is wearing it in bed, and then the husband or the boyfriend gets scared, and he's like, what is this, you know, this robot in my bed kind of. It's like a funny video that goes viral. So it's big in beauty, it's big in medical, right? If you've been in a serious car accident, or you've had a fall, and you've had cuts or some sort of wounds on your skin, they'll usually prescribe red light therapy to help heal your skin. And but now it's big in sport and fitness as a recovery tool. And the device that I'm launching in the US, it's very portable, it's very accessible. And where I see the biggest feedback to red light therapy is when you use it every day, right? You need to have clean water every day. You need to eat healthy food every day. You should get regular exercise. Should get good sleep. And red light therapy is, I think, something that you should have every day. So a device that is easily accessible, you can have in your bag and use on the go. I see that as the game changer of how we can really change the world with red light therapy. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing. So just for my audience, I can clearly see how you have a high Pitta dosha, so much heat, fire, energy, competition, and obviously also the physical ability and capacity. I wish I had a little bit more of your body. Amazing. At the same time, I'm not recommending that you push yourself the way you did. It's full on, but obviously you can.
That's right.
So you did, and you've got this competitive mindset. I was just listening, feeling into your body, thinking, oh, this amazing body, be gentle, or a little bit more gentle. But I totally get you. I have a competitive streak as well.
That's right.
I'm so grateful to your wife. She is amazing for introducing this device to you, even though it was old-fashioned and way too heavy, and definitely not as amazing as the one that you developed then. But I guess it changed your life from a physical perspective, and now will help so many others. I do believe women are quite wise, but I had to a little bit laugh inside when you mentioned, oh, just to keep her happy, because this is my husband, the same. I love Ayurveda, so I really believe in those ancient modalities because they have been tested over time. They really know what they are doing. Same with Chinese medicine, absolutely. And he's the same. He's like, okay, well, I do it for you then, and then like after a while he's like, oh, it's working. Really?
That's right.
Yeah, so I love that. Just had to add this here. Okay, so you said so many amazing things. I'd like to pull a little bit back, and can you repeat or reiterate all the amazing benefits of red light therapy? You kind of mentioned them, but I want to put a little bit the brake onto your energy so that my crowd can really remember and understand how amazing red light therapy really is.
Yes, that's it. And it's funny though, with my wife, usually the things that she asks me to do that I say, okay, I'll do it just to make you happy. Usually it ends up being something very, very beneficial for me. So obviously that, behind every great man is a great woman. That's something that, from firsthand experience, I can honestly say, if I didn't have her with me side by side doing what I'm doing, I wouldn't be able to do it. I just wouldn't be able to do it. Women are a lot smarter than we think, right? They're always right. But yeah, talking about red light therapy, some of the benefits of what it provides that are quite well spoken about, and lots of clinical research. So it does naturally produce collagen in your skin, right? So this is the whole anti-aging space in the world where red light therapy is quite prominent. That's where it's come from. So devices out there that are pushing an anti-aging sort of marketing sort of idea or concept, it's because it naturally produces collagen in your skin. So devices for your face, or devices where you lay down and you're like in a tanning bed, and it's like it's in clinics or in these wellness centers where they have elderly people come in. That's sort of the pitch that they're giving, is an anti-aging sort of pitch, right? So naturally produces collagen. Something also that I feel is really important to note, and I got this from a very close friend of mine, Sarah Turner. Actually, Sarah Turner, I would like to introduce you as well to be on this show. So she is a neuroscientist, and she's very, very prominent in red light therapy. She's one of the top speakers and doctors that are pushing red light therapy to the world. And her device and what she specializes in is brain conditions, right? Alzheimer's, Parkinson's disease, right? And she has a device that focuses on the brain and the gut, this brain-gut connection, right? A lot of the issues that we have in our brain when it comes to stress or anxiety or bad sleep, it's actually in our gut. And when we work with these two, it's the gut is like your second brain. If you're working and putting the device on both these areas, actually you can fix a lot of the stress or the anxiety that I have, or even the drowsiness that you have when you wake up in the morning and you want to kickstart your day. Actually, by putting red light therapy on your gut, you'll be surprised how pumped you can get in the beginning of the day. So that she told me a lot of information about red light therapy and its different use cases. But one that really stood out to me was actually it naturally boosts your body's SPF levels. So all the biohackers in the world, and these people that are on, what is biohacking? Biohacking is basically, like you said just earlier, it's using these old remedies that are somewhat forgotten, but they've withstood the test of time. And it's because people want a quick fix. They want to pop a pill and get suddenly I'm up, or suddenly I'm asleep, or suddenly I feel great, or suddenly, this new sort of, get your fix quick is like this pharma idea, right? Where we're pushing drugs. This came in, this is in our recent history, right? In ancient history, all these remedies were used, and now they're all coming back to, and we're using them now, and biohackers are pushing them. There's nothing new or special about it. These are tried and tested means of non-invasive treatment that are very, very healthy for us, right? Back in, the ancient Greek times or the Mayans, they were using these, and Chinese too, right? They were using these different herbs for teas and treatments that would enhance our overall well-being. And what biohackers do, going back to SPF, they refuse to use sunscreen. And it's something that when I was thinking deeper about it, and when we were in our discussion, I remember it was quite a while ago now, but she was saying, yeah, it's the biggest con in the world. And I was thinking, like, what does that mean? She was like, yeah, sunscreen, you shouldn't be using sunscreen. You're putting a chemical on your skin to protect from the sun.
Your biggest organ.
The sun, yeah, this isn't what you should be doing. Red and infrared light boosting your body's natural SPF levels actually conditions your skin to be able to withstand those later rays of light throughout the day. Because, red and infrared light is available to us when the sun rises and the sun sets, right? So during caveman times, we as creatures of light, born under the light, we would wake up when the sun rises. We would get our energy, we get our ATP, our mitochondria energy. Our body's SPF levels would be boosted to be able to withstand those later rays. And then, when the sun set, that was our circadian rhythm. Our circadian rhythm, that was our bio. That's how we were designed. Our wake up and sleep. And the sun, it's all connected. So when you talk, learning about this from her, I was like, oh, wow, haven't used sunscreen in a long time. And yes, partly because I do use red light therapy, but also because I guess I'm not out in the sun as much. Like I do a bit of time and then I feel like, oh, I might get burnt. I'll back away. But I know, like in Australia, where, growing up as a kid, that was something we would always do. We'd do beach days and we would be covered in sunblock, to protect us against the sun. And she was like, no, you shouldn't do it like that. Obviously, you shouldn't be spending long times out in the sun, but also the red light therapy can help you boost your natural SPF level. So that's something that a good little something, a benefit of red light therapy, but also a message that, yeah, don't use sunscreen. Stop using sunscreen. It's not natural. Like, stop it. It's not good for you, right? That's something so those two are something that I really, really like as far as benefits of red light therapy.
Thank you for sharing. I love what you've been saying there, because I'm a huge believer, and it's really about tapping into our amazing ability of the body. Like, the body has it all, we just kind of have a really messed up rhythm these days, and feeding our bodies with horrible things, so our bodies are out of balance. And if we use those time-tested biohacks to help our bodies to rebalance, to reset, and to rejuvenate, then they can really do what they are meant to do. They can step into their own power, if that makes sense. So I really love what you just said, and I'm all about this, like the way I work. This is what I do to a T. So thank you so much for sharing. Okay, let's dive into your device, because I really want to learn more about it. I just think it's so clever. I love that it's portable, so it's not heavy, it's not difficult. So yeah, tell us all about it, and also how can we maximize its effects?
Yeah, it's so the LumaFlex. So the device I have here, this is the Essential. The Essential is, we've got the Body Pro, which is actually our flagship product. It won Best Invention, Time Magazine, for wellness. We have, I think we have the Edison Award coming. We've got a few other big awards coming before the end of the year. That's kind of our flagship one. But the one I wanted to highlight was the one that I'm pushing into retail, because the vision of our vision and mission of LumaFlex is to mainstream red light therapy. We want it to be in everybody's hands, use it on the go, anytime, anywhere. Red light therapy, as it is used now, it is being promoted. It is heavily endorsed by guys like Andrew Herberman, Ben Greenfield, what's it, Gary Brecka, right? Dana White's doctor, right? They're pushing it, and it's good. But usually the devices that they have or that they speak about are large devices that are location fixed.
And they are very, very expensive, like it's only a luxury thing to use for some people. But yeah.
The pro athletes, they can do it. The celebrities, they can have it, right? Where red light therapy will benefit your life, like I said, it's consistent use every day. So looking at the design of this, the Essential is the device that is a little bit, has less features. The main feature this one doesn't have compared to the Body Pro is it's not waterproof. The Body Pro is fully waterproof. You can go under, it's not water resistant, it's waterproof. You can go fully underwater with it and still use it as a device. But so basically creating the device, we want to get the most amount of surface area and also make it portable, right? So you can't go too big, because then it can't really fit into the average, gym bag or a lady's purse, right? You have to keep it a certain size for it to be portable, but also surface area is very, very key. More surface area, the better, the treatment. And it's a flexible panel. So this panel is made of silicone, extremely durable technology, same technology that outlines airplanes, right? It's a very, very strong, durable panel, that flexibility being very, very important, because it can wrap to bones and muscle, right? So when I'll just turn on the device now, and when you can see, it's a lot of light, right? Now, when you want all that light, you see how it all gets put into that affected area. If I have a sore wrist or sore joint, I want to maximize the amount of treatment to that area. So wrapping around joints and muscles are key for targeted treatment. Now, if I take the device away, you can see the light, a lot of it bounces away. This is evident when you're in like a dark room and you have the LumaFlex on your skin, but the moment you're a little bit away, the whole room lights up in red. That's the light is escaping. And for overall, for devices that are about overall well-being, where you want to be in a room, yes, that's good, but also for targeted treatment, for a treatment device where, I want to fix that 78-year-old lady back but she still wants to hit golf balls, right? And she's got that back. She's like, oh, I've had this for my whole life. She needs a targeted treatment. She needs the panel on her back, and she needs that treatment. So it's like, I kind of separate between sort of overall well-being devices and then treatment devices. LumaFlex is definitely a treatment device, right? If you want to have it on your brain, on your hair, right? Because remember, this is another feature, is actually it actually helps your hair grow. Right. And I am getting a little bit thin at the top. Men are always very nervous about their hair loss, right? So I get the device.
Really? Yes. Tell me about that.
Yeah, that's our thing, right? Men are like, it's either gray hair or you're missing some hair, right? So I get this like this every morning. This is how I look. I know I look ridiculous, but I'm getting a lot of treatment to my hair. I get it to my forehead, right? I put it on my chest. I put it on my back for my spine. So I'm targeting these areas throughout my day as I'm on the computer, or if I have some, a meeting to do or some cleanup or anything like that, I can use the device on the go, and I'm getting targeted at treatment. So this is the essential again. Ooh, I do like that on the the screen. It does look pretty.
It looks great. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you so
and
much.
Obviously, yeah. It's quite a pretty device when you show it on a video like this. You can see the amount of red and infrared. So yeah, red and infrared, 2 wavelengths, right? Red is for skin conditions, right? For skin surface issues. Infrared goes deep into bone. That's really where we're getting joint, we're getting deep chronic pain, joint tissue. Pain. Infrared, yeah.
Wow, amazing. Thank you so much for bringing the device and showing it. It really gives a different impression. I think I now know what I can give my husband for Christmas. Thank you so much. You just solved one of my problems.
Yes, great. And I'll do a Christmas special. I'm doing a Christmas
amazing. This is awesome. You are amazing. So what's the investment?
So on the website, lumaflex.com, right now, the Body Pro, the waterproof device, that's $689, but the retail one is $399. But hang out for specials like Christmas. We always do some, do some special. Right now, we're doing Black Friday. Black Friday is like for the Body Pro. I think it's cheaper than it's ever been. We always hang out for those specials, right? That's how you do it, right? But that'd be a great gift. Just like my wife gave me the gift of introducing me to red light therapy. That's nice. You're doing the same to your husband. That's,
of course, all the time.
Love it.
I absolutely love it. I'm all about non-invasive, safe, and easy ways, because truth is we are all super busy. Our life is crazy fast these days. The pace we've got is insane. But yeah, I do believe that we are all born to live our best lives and to feel amazing. And yeah, with easy and now with you affordable hacks, this is amazing, because compared to what these devices cost otherwise, this is a bargain. And then obviously you do special offers on top of this. I really, really love it. And I love, that it's really targeted then. The area is really targeted to obviously help heal and do all the amazing things that you shared with us. And obviously it makes it so much more usable or easier to use when it's portable. I love all about your device. And I'm really grateful to you that it was important to you to give this gift to the world after your wife gave you that gift. So thank you so much. So are there any contraindications? Who cannot use these or your device?
Yeah, it could be an issue for people that have skin issues, like albinos, right, that are very sensitive to sunlight. They need to obviously ask a doctor specifically about red and infrared light. But there are no known side effects other than that. I mean, even we, as a company, we're not allowed to say, use it while you're pregnant. We're not allowed to say that. Yeah. We're not allowed to say, we're not allowed to say, look at the LEDs with your eyes, like keep your eyes closed or cover your eyes. But even eye doctors use red light therapy to cure eye diseases, right? And there's no known side effects for women who are pregnant using red light therapy. Like I have a friend who's in Australia, very, very big into red light therapy, and she's just had her second kid, and she used the device for her back, right? Because obviously carrying when she's pregnant, it was hard on her back. But of course, we legally cannot say that, right? That's how it is with medical law, I guess, in the US. But yeah, there's no known side effects to it, right? Remember, it is just light, right? It's not something you can necessarily overdose on, right? But yeah, it's something that I guess not many people talk about, and yeah, I just wish people would talk about it more. I wish people would try it out more, would explore it. You know, everybody listening, if you go onto, you know, if you, I mean, you don't have to go to some clinical website, right? Or like some FDA website to read clinical studies. I know that that can be time consuming and boring, but you know, just go to YouTube, type in red light therapy and just watch videos and just see, you know, what people are talking about it. And, you know, go down that rabbit hole, get onto the red light train, and you'd be amazed at all the amazing things it can do. And then, you know, after that, your interest is sparked, you can try it. You know, you can get a very, very simple, small device like a SAD lamp or something, you know, test it out, see what you feel. But if you are like that person on the go and you want something reliable to throw in your bag, use it on the go, especially if you're an athlete, or if you have serious chronic issues, like you have pain, if you do have a lot of pain, then that's what the LumaFlex is designed for, specifically for those sort of conditions. But then if you have a bigger budget, I mean, hey, get a big, wonderful bed, or, you know, a big tanning room for your house, right? I mean, go for it, right?
I love it. I absolutely love it. I love how accessible you make red infralight therapy for us now. And yeah, I'm honestly really excited about this and super thankful, because I know, or I can imagine, that this journey hasn't always been fun and just easy. Like you said in the beginning, yeah, it's full on, but it's so worth it. So really thank you for this. Where can we get our hands on your amazing devices?
Yeah, go to the website, www.lumaflex.com. And then myself, I'm on Instagram a lot. I'm on LinkedIn, John Graham Harper, or on Instagram, it's John Graham Fitness. Hit me up anytime, any questions. I love sending out articles or clinical studies if anyone wants to read them, if they've got the time. I've got a very large global database that a lot of photobiomodulation you know, doctors have contributed to, with thousands and thousands of clinical studies with different use cases, like helping your hair grow, helping you sleep, helping with anxiety, helping you fight addiction, boosting testosterone. Like, I've got so many studies, all clinical studies that I always refer to. And even just for some light reading, I just see what the latest research out there is. Like, it's amazing stuff. I looked at a recent study, how it's actually being used to fight cancer. Yeah. Right. And that is something very, very exciting, using a natural, non-invasive means of treatment to fight cancer. Yeah. Where usually the treatment needed to fight cancer is, it wrecks you, right? It absolutely wrecks you. Yeah. Right. So that, I mean, it's very, very exciting. Once you are a part of these groups, or you're following these pages or these news articles, or you're regularly visiting these websites, you start to see the research coming out, and it's very exciting. Like, I get chills about what could happen in the future. I mean, we'll have so many debilitating, depressing diseases and human conditions, all miraculously solved, right?
Yeah, and I feel the more toxic our world gets, the more urgently we really need these devices or these biohacks that are really powerful and really help. So I 100% agree with you. It's so powerful, and I'm a little bit of a science geek too, so I'll definitely check out some of this research, and I've already have as well. But yeah, amazing. So I usually love to end the interview with a question about you sharing 3 golden nuggets with my audience. So obviously you're a huge fan of ultralight therapy, but is there something else that you would like to share with my audience to help them uncover the best version of themselves? Just 3 little gold nuggets.
3. Yeah, I was on a panel in Miami for a biohacking event, and there was a guy who's a nutritionalist, extremely well informed, great guy, great biohacker, and I'm going to steal something from him. His name Ben Aziz. His Instagram is Keto Camp. But he said everyone, and I loved it. And even to this day, I've repeated it so much because I mean, I think he's a great guy. And what he said, I was like, even when it came to my turn, I said, I'll just take his one. But awesome. He said, everybody needs more vitamin G. And everyone was like, what's vitamin G? Oh, we'll get your notebooks out, write down what's vitamin G. And he's like, vitamin G, gratitude, just have more gratitude. Yeah. And I remember thinking like, yeah, if you wake up your day and the first pill that you put in your mouth is vitamin G, yeah, you'll be amazed how your life can change in such a short period of time. So vitamin G would be my first one.
Love it.
Thank you for that. It stuck with me and I enjoy it. And also something that I really feel like if an action that someone can do that would really impact their lives. And I've had a deep conversation with my father about this. And because our relationship growing up has always been a bit funny, but it's something that really connected us was obviously with red light therapy, me talking to him about it. But I told him to just wake up in the morning and watch the sunrise. I said, there's something so magical about watching the sunrise that it's hard to explain it. You just have to do it. And when you do it, I don't know what it is, but that day is going to be an amazing day. It's going to be an amazing day. And if you do it again, and you do it again, and you do it again, if you are always someone who wakes up and watches the sunrise, of course, the red light therapy, this is something that, just for your overall health, well-being, you get energized, but also mentally, you get really, there's something, it's a magical feeling happens. And after a few weeks of doing this, you realize like, wow, all these, if you're experiencing any kind of depression, or if you're just sad, you're lazy, you're drowsy, you're anxious or whatever, all of this just disappears, right? That's something that's amazing. That would be my second thing. And then the third thing would be an approach to challenges. And this is something that I kind of formulated that I've had over my life, was when I was like, I would get faced with challenges. Bad things would happen in my life. And how do you react to it? How do you learn from it? And the way that you learn from it is you accept that challenges are part of life. You accept, you appreciate is the second level. You appreciate it. So you're thankful for this challenge, right? And then the third level, God mode, is you actually look for challenges. You actually look for it, because the benefit you get from achieving a challenge is what the human experience is all about. So those would be my three things.
Love it. Yeah. Thank you so much. You are amazing. And so is your device. Honestly, I'm super grateful for you doing this. Thank you so much for helping to make our world a healthier, happier place. Our world needs it. Thank you for taking the time. I know you're incredibly busy, and yeah, you're amazing. Obviously, keep being awesome and keep making our world a healthier, happier place. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care, my friend.
Thank you so much.
If you love and enjoy my podcast, then please do me a favor and help me to spread health all over our beautiful world. And you can do so by sharing my podcast with just one other person who you believe would benefit from it. I know that you were born to live your best life and to feel absolutely amazing in your precious body, your brilliant mind, and your boundless soul. So what are you still waiting for? Please make sure you do. I believe in you. I'm your biggest cheerleader. Keep glowing. Much love.